Hi, my name is Heather from Heather's Gardening. I think you probably noticed I haven't been on in quite a while, and that's because everything has wrapped up. My garden is closed. You can see behind me that it's winter time, even though today is a pretty beautiful day. It's too cold to continue gardening. So I might take a couple of shots here of my garden all wrapped up, and then I want to show you about an indoor type of vegetation that I'm going to grow and talk about that a little bit. Here's where I had the watermelon planted. You can see everything is done. All right, here's where I had some of my garden. Well, most of my garden was here in these boxes. This box is broken, and actually some of these boxes have seen better days, so I think my husband's going to had agreed to do some repairs on these before next year's garden. So hopefully we can get those done before it's time to plant. I don't want to have to wait. You can see this is coming apart now. These have been used for years, so these aren't young anythings. You can see here's where my strawberries are. They'll come back next year. You can still see there are still little green ones, but for the most part they've died back. And then here's where I had the cucumbers. This is something that I used to do years ago, and I kind of got out of the habit of doing it, but I want to start it again. It's very, very healthy for you. I'm going to start sprouts, and then you can put sprouts into the foods that you eat. And it's supposed to be very healthy, but sprouting is basically where you get the seeds to start growing, and then you eat the plants as their seedlings. And there's a lot of ways you could do it. You don't have to do it with fancy equipment. I did end up purchasing this right here, and I'll show you how it works, but there are people who don't use anything. They figure out a way to do it with plates or with cups or something else. This is Victorio. I did not look it up before that I filmed, so I don't know if this is still available. I bought this years ago, and I believe I bought it on Amazon, so it's probably a good place to look. But it's a cup, and then on the inside it has ridges, and then I can't tell if you can see in the video, but there are little drainage holes here. And the idea is that you place the seeds in here, and then they settle into the ridges, and then you water it, but the water will drip down. And this is why there's a cup on the bottom. It catches it. This came with 4 cups, and you could do 4 layers. If you only wanted to do 1 layer, you could just do it like this. But as you make it, if you wanted to do all 4 and then put seeds in all 4 layers, they take usually between 2 to 3 days to start sprouting, depending on which kind of seeds you're using. And you want to rotate the top and put it on the bottom the next day, and then the top and put it on the bottom the next day. And then as they're starting to become full, then you use them, and then you put more seeds in and you repeat the process. So they're very simple. They don't need to be in sunlight for this to work. I'm just going to put it right here on my countertop and just let it be, and it will do its job as long as I water it. It says to water it twice a day with fresh water each time, and then of course you want to dump all the excess, once this fills up. And I wanted to show you some of my favorite sprouts and some of my least favorite sprouts. I have them organized here between my favorite, mediocre, and then my least favorite. This is all just my personal opinion, so you could take it for what it's worth. Some people might absolutely love the ones that I don't, and this is by no means all of them that exist. So I think one of my favorites is the broccoli sprouting seeds. And you can buy sprouting seeds almost anywhere. I think I've gotten mine on Amazon or from sprouting companies. This one I might have actually gone to Handy Pantry to buy this. I don't remember where I purchased this. I know some of these were on Amazon, and some of them I actually went to specific websites. But this is the the broccoli sprouting seeds. I love those. I think those are my number one. And then tie between number two, I would say, are the brown mustard sprouting seeds and the alfalfa. The alfalfa, they grow really fast. So if you were looking for something quick, I'm gonna do these right away. These 2 days, they're gonna be ready to go. So I'm going to put these in, and I'll show you my progress as it goes along. The brown mustard have a really strong taste. A lot of these other ones are very mild. The alfalfa is very mild. The broccoli is very mild. And they don't really add a lot of flavor, but this brown mustard is very strong, and I like mustard. It adds a really nice flavor to a salad, or I like to sometimes have a bowl with quinoa and olive oil and vegetables, and then I'll add this to it, and it gives it a really nice flavor. Something that might taste a little bit more on the bland side, this will pep it up. I love it. And then the other one that I have here that I love, and I love, I think, because it's a mix. It's called 5-part salad sprouting mix. And I like that it's a mixture of different things. So you can get, each time you make it, you can get a slightly different taste. And then this is my mediocre one, the green pea sprouting seeds. And these, I like peas, but these just aren't like my absolute favorite to go to. And the ones that are larger, they take longer to sprout. So now, and that might be part of the reason for me that I don't like this. And then the others that I'll show you, they're all big. They have big seeds, and it takes a while. It takes a lot longer for them to sprout. I shouldn't say a lot, you know, maybe 5 to 7 days, which in the planting world is very fast. But compared to the alfalfa, which is like 2 days, you know, it's a little bit longer. And then the garbanzo sprouting beans. I'm sorry if I'm saying these things wrong. I'm like infamous for mispronouncing everything. So don't always go by how I say things as being like the gospel truth as to how it's pronounced. But these are bigger. And when they do sprout, they still leave a big seed. Like the alfalfa and stuff, the seed is basically gone once they start growing. But these, the seed is still here, and I'm never sure whether I should pull it off the seed or if I'm supposed to eat the seed with it. I'm not really that fond of it when I eat the seed with it, but then it just seems like a lot of work to have to pull all these little sprouts off of the seed. And it's the same way with the sunflower. I actually have 2 of the same. So I'm not gonna bring if I don't bring that last one up, that's why. The sunflower sprouting seeds, they have a decent taste, but I'm not that fond of the seed that's still big and left behind. It takes longer to sprout. And if I were to pull each sprout off of the seed, it would just take forever. So those are my least favorite, and that's why they're the most full, and that's why I have 2 of these. One of them unopened. So let me get set up to show you how I'm going to get these started. So I have decided to go with 4, and I'm going to go with my 4 favorite. So to start, I'm going to do the 5-part salad sprouting mix. And I want to make sure, I keep looking up because I want to make sure that it's in the picture. You can see how they look in there. They're all different sizes. But I'm just going to spread the seeds around the cup. And you don't need a ton. This is pretty good. And I'm gonna put that down to start. And then some of the alfalfa. These will be quick. I'll just spread some. This is probably more than enough. And then the broccoli, and I'm gonna need to get more of the broccoli because this one has been well used, because I think that one's my number 1 favorite. You can see there's almost nothing left. So I'll spread that through there. And then lastly, the brown mustard, which I absolutely love too. I really, really love the flavor that it puts into things. And now I'm not a nutritionalist or doctor, so I can't tell you all the healthy benefits, but I just know from everything that I've read and everything that I've heard that most everybody agrees, if not everybody agrees, that there's a lot of healthiness to eating these sprouts. So I just wanted to share how you do it. If you decide to try to make your own, you do want to make sure you have a good drainage system and a way for the seeds to be spread out so they're not all in one big pile. I can see that these alfalfa ones were not spreading out, so I'm just going to try and spread it out, which is why they have like little ridges in these. And for me, I just thought it was easier to buy one than to try to make my own, but I do know that people have made their own. I'm just stacking them right now. I know it's a little bit off camera. I was trying my best to find a way to film this where I could be in the picture and the seeds and what I'm doing. And there is a top lid. The top lid does not need to be fully sealed. In fact, you just want to have it kind of covering the top without, you know, where it's cracked, without being fully sealed. So I filled it up 1 cup. I'm not holding it straight, that's why it doesn't look like it. And 1 cup is about, I don't read metric super well, and I apologize for that, but it's not quite a half a liter. It's 2 clicks, it's on a 200. So, or a 1/4 liter, I'm sorry. This says a 1/4 liter, not a half liter. So it's 2 clicks below a 1/4 liter where the 200 is. And let me see if I can pull that so you can see that better. I'm just going to water it slowly. And it will drip down. And then you just let it sit and wait. And then in the morning, I'll water it again. And then in the evening, I'll water it again. And you just keep repeating until it has grown and you're ready to use it. And then each day you move the top layer down to the bottom layer. So I hope you enjoyed that. I will be showing progress as it happens. And I hope you have a great day. Bye.